Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you, depending where you are in the world. I'm live here in London doing our nighttime devotion from the devotional called To Be Like Jesus. The title today, Our Thinking is Affected by Our Eating. The scripture reading comes from Jeremiah 33, verse 6. Behold, I will bring it health and healing. I will heal them and reveal to them the abundance of peace and truth. The principles of healthful living mean a great deal to us individually and as a people. When the message of health reform first came to us, we were weak and feeble, subject to frequent fainting spells. Pleading with God for help, He opened up before us the great subject of health reform. He instructed that those who keep His commandments must be brought into sacred relation to Himself, and that by temperance in eating and drinking, they must keep mind and body in the most favorable condition for service. We do not mark out any precise line to be followed in diet. But we do say that in countries where there are fruits, grains, nuts in abundance, flesh meat is not the right food for God's people. I have been instructed that flesh meat has a tendency to animalize the nature, to rob men and women of that love and sympathy which they should feel for everyone, and to give the lower passions control over the higher powers of the being. If meat eating was ever healthful, it is not safe now. Cancers, tumors, pulmonary diseases are largely caused by meat eating. We're not to make the use of flesh meat a test of fellowship, but we should consider the influence that professed believers who use flesh meats have over others. As God's messengers, shall we not say to the people, whether therefore ye eat or drink or whatsoever ye do all to the glory of God? Shall we not bear a decided testimony against the indulgence of perverted appetite? Will any who are ministers of the gospel, proclaiming the most solemn truth ever given to mortals, set an example in returning to the flesh pots of Egypt? Will those who are supported by the tithe from God's storehouse permit themselves by self-indulgence to poison the life-giving current flowing through their veins? Will they disregard the light and warnings that God has given them? The health of the body is to be regarded as essential to growth in grace and acquirement of an even temper. If the stomach is not properly cared for, the formation of an upright moral character will be hindered. The brain and nerves are in sympathy with the stomach. Erroneous eating and drinking result in erroneous thinking and acting. Erroneous drinking and eating result in erroneous thinking and acting. What you put into your body feeds your body through your blood. into your brain, into your heart, into your lungs, into your liver, into your kidneys. Whatever you are putting into your body, if it's processed food, all that processed plastic stuff goes into all your veins, your brain, your organs. Drinking all that sugar and fake sugar, it's all going into your body. You are what you eat. And that could well be taken so literally. You are what you eat. And what you have to think about is, if you look into the ingredients of a lot of the stuff you're eating, all those ingredients, the E numbers, those numbers, all the preservatives and stabilizers, etc., all of that goes into your brain, into your lungs, into your liver, into your kidneys, etc. If you just look up one of those things and find out exactly what they are and what they can do, and then imagine that sitting there in the middle of your brain or your heart. And then tell me why vegetarianism or veganism are not good. And I'm not saying that everyone should be vegetarian or vegan, because it may not work for everyone. But it's certainly better than eating the meat that is not grown properly or comes from a battery farm or was made in a laboratory. Was it ever living and breathing in the first place? And you're putting that in your body. Same with different drinks. Fizzy drinks, Fanta, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Iron Brew, Dr. I don't know what it is. All of these drinks are so not good for you. Especially these Red Bull and all those other energy drinks. They're even worse for you. But their marketing is oh so good. And people get caught up all in the marketing, advertising. Red Bull gives you wings. Yeah, they don't tell you it's the wings of an angel, do they? And the only time you're going to get wings of an angel is when you're not on this earth anymore. And then they don't tell you which angel, the devil's angels or God's angels. It's another thing to think about. God bless you. You are what you eat.